think it certainly showed their resolve, the fact that they stayed positive, they stuck together. They've certainly defended and rebounded tremendously well in the second half, and all game for that matter. We gave up 50-something. So, but then we figured out ways to attack their pressure better. We figured out ways to attack a very unique and effective zone that they employ. I don't think I've ever coached against anything quite like it, but we had one day to prepare, and I went very light because of our injury situation. I didn't even go live that day, but we tried to prep them as best we could, and it wasn't very effective. The more we played against it, the better we got. They had a very hard time scoring inside. They're not the biggest team in the world, but I thought Klee, CJ, Ahime, even when we pressed, they were reluctant to go in there and attack, which made it easier for me to stay with the pressure. When there's very little downside risk, you got the big guy back there, or CJ, and he did a good job of putting his chest on people and walling off drivers, and we were sprinting back and organizing our defense pretty well. So I think that when you can press and there's very little downside risk, you need to, why wouldn't you stay with it unless you're too aggressive and you're fouling? So that kind of worked in our favor and got us going in the second half. The facts are what they are, and we have some guys that are out, but we still have 9 healthy bodies, 8 the other night with Jake being out. And we'll just have to go with what we've got and defend and rebound as best we can and figure out a way to score and make enough baskets to have the start that we've had despite all the injuries. And folks forget Ahime was out for 3 games and not very effective in the Tennessee game. So that's another 3.5 games from a starter. So we're going to be like this for a while now. We've dealt with it. We've kind of accepted it. And I don't know how successful we'll be. I know that we'll keep fighting. That's what I believe in this team now, is that they still believe that they can be successful, and it's our margin for error is smaller, and we've got to just continue to be the best that we can be on the defensive end and rebounding, getting second chances and third chances. Ben does a great job of teaching his team to play to their strengths. They've got Mitchell and James that handle the ball most of the time, and they've got a lot of shooters around them, guys that can put the ball in the basket if you overextend and help too much off those guys when they're dribbling around. And they run some good sets. They're tough defensively. They don't overextend. Again, on the man-to-man, they make you score over them. In conference, there's no secrets. It's a very tough physical league. You've got to be sharp every night. It's a grind, but it's going to be grueling at times. But you've got to execute, make shots, do what you do better than what they do. So Northern Iowa was just they were picked, I think, ahead of us in the preseason. So they've got a veteran group, I think 4 or 5 seniors. They've been around the block, and we're not going to trick them. We just need to